My name is Nicola. You may know me as twentynik online or on the internet. I was born in a third world country by the name of Bosnia and Herzegovina. I basically spent my entire life here and I still live here. For the people that are questioning how good my accent is, or well, how basically non-existent my accent is, I would have to blame that on the TV, basically Discovery and History Channel, as well as all the people that I've talked to on the internet. Ever since I know for myself to say like that, I've spent that time on the internet. So I kept surrounding myself with only English speakers, and that's just simply kind of how I picked up the language. And I've been doing it for about 11, 12 years now, and here I am today. I've been playing VRChat for about 7 years now, and it's been a crazy wild journey. So today I'm just going to talk about how this game basically, how it changed my life and how it impacted me in certain ways. I've seen a lot of stuff over the years, experienced a lot of things, went through a lot of stuff that I feel like I would want to talk out about it to maybe inform some other people that are either getting into VRChat now or maybe people that are still relatively new to it. When I saw VRChat in early 2017, I didn't think much of it. I didn't really think that this can be a really cool social game that you can meet all sorts of different people through. I just kind of saw it as this meme game where you go on and you just, make fun of people in a funny way. You crack jokes and you use these funny avatars that don't really have any meaning to them. When I was playing at the time, I believe this was 2018, that's when the Uganda Knuckles meme was a thing. And basically that's the only thing you've seen running around. It's just these little guys running around saying, "Do you know that way?" And that's kind of how I saw VRChat. Like I said, I didn't really expect it to have such a deeper meaning, and to be honest, at the time the communities weren't really out there as much as they are today. And one of the people that I knew at the time was like, "Hey, you should try VRChat because it has so many great communities and great people in it," that I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Then just the rest is kind of history, to say it like that. To many people, VRChat still probably is and always will be just a meme game. But when you really look into it and when you really start to focus on a lot of or more things, you realize that it's not just a meme game. There's so many different communities, so many different people that you can meet that you can really impact you in a way that you couldn't even expect it to impact you in that kind of way. VRChat is such a huge platform. It's filled with so many different communities and people that you are not really able to put it all and sum it all together in one video. Personally, why I stuck to it is because I met so many great people and great individuals. I made so many great memories. And yeah, at the time I didn't expect it to take me anywhere. But after sticking to it for so long, it just kind of directed me in this way that here I am today. You do really learn a lot from VRChat. You can definitely use VRChat to your advantage to learn more things, different kind of stuff that you didn't even think that you could or want to learn. It is really something that you should kind of take a step back from and then really enjoy the entire game and see the bigger picture. Stop focusing on the one finger that's in front of you. Just kind of take a step back and just enjoy the whole image, the entire image that VRChat is. I met so many people on this platform that I couldn't even name them all if I wanted to. Especially as the years go, you meet more people, you talk to more people, you go separate ways with some people that you knew. I found that really cool that you can go on this game and have those types of experiences, especially for me because I can't be social in real life. I can, but the country where I come from isn't really on my vibe, to say it like that. So going on VRChat and talking to people helps me out a lot. And that is just why I kinda stuck with it. From all the people that I met on VRChat, and like I said, there is a lot, people always ask me, did you meet anyone in real life from VRChat? And out of all the people that I knew, I only met one person, and his name is Cool K. And the way we met was completely by accident. We didn't plan it at all. I was going over to Austria to work. We were just kind of chatting, and he's like, hey, you know where you are currently? I'm not far away, I can just drive. So he was nice enough to drive to me, and we just kind of hung out. It's such a surreal and weird experience when you've talked to someone on VRChat and their avatar, you know, you see their avatar and your brain just kind of crafts this image of that person as that avatar. But of course you meet them in real life, and then it's like, you know, wow, you're just a human like me, you know, and you're just a dude, or you're just a person. And a lot of people may find this weird, and I do understand it. It's like that effect when you know someone that wears glasses and then you see them without their glasses, you go, wait a minute, like, who are you? It's kind of that same effect, only with VRChat avatars. And you only experience that when you meet this person in real life, whether you've seen pictures of them or not. The fact that you spend so much time with their avatar on VRChat and then you meet them in real life, it's such a weird, twisted thing. But of course, I do hope to meet more people. Most of my friends that I know are from USA or America, and unfortunately I'm basically on the opposite side of the world, and it is expensive for me to go there. But hey, never say never. Hopefully I'll get to talk to more people and meet more people, because it's definitely an experience that, if you have the ability to do so and if you really want to, you should do it. It's great. When it comes to VRChat avatars, there's so many avatars that I couldn't even, name all in one video, but they're all kind of split in between communities. I would say you have, the weebs, the anime avatars, you have furries, like the furry fandom, you have just regular, I want to say, regular human avatars that you can use like other platforms to get them from. You of course have the meme avatars, you have game rips, you have all sorts of different avatars. And because VRChat kind of goes off of avatars, you kind of pick what you like, and then you use that avatar and you go out in the wild and talk to people who use the same avatar as you. The trade-offs of that is that, communities hate one another. So you have people who hate weebs or who hate furries, and I do understand that, but VRChat is, it doesn't need to be real. People come on here to, hey, they use an avatar that they like, that they find interesting. It's like having a game character, like you customize your GTA 5 character, but only you're able to use it and make it, manipulate it in what way you want. And I personally think that's great, and why I like it so much. In my case, I use mainly the avatar that you see me in here. This is kind of like me. I basically made this guy, made him look like myself in real life. But I do also use the furry avatars. And a lot of people, especially in today's world, are quick to judge people who do use those avatars and who are also like into them, to say like that. But me personally, I don't see them anything else as these like cartoony, just cartoon avatars on VRChat, because personally I don't like human avatars. Even this one, as you can see, I don't have a face. I just think it's a little bit too creepy. It gives me that Mike Zuckerberg vibe, and most importantly, I find these pieces as art. As a 3D artist myself, I can really appreciate all the work that has gone into making of these avatars. It is something that's just amazing, and I love it. And I don't do anything like outside of VRChat, like when it comes to this fandom and like related to it. I personally don't find it interesting in real life. It is just something that I keep behind VRChat and, behind just online. And I appreciate them from afar, to say like that. But in VRChat, I do really respect them from all the work that has gone into it. And even if people don't care how much work has gone into it, if you start to understand and look into how hard it is to make a VRChat avatar and how to make it work and look great, you may start getting respect for it as well. But at the end of the day, you use an avatar that you like, and that's just what's it about. VRChat has taught me a lot of things. I have to say that it has taught me so many things that I didn't even expect that I was going to know. If you know me, then most of you probably know that I do VRChat tutorials. So I do like Unity, Blender. I basically show people how to do these things in VRChat to basically make it easier for them. I've been doing it for about 5-6 years now. and I kind of use my knowledge and my skills to make these videos to just, help others. And some of them actually came up to me in VRChat and they're like, oh, your videos are great, that taught me so much. And I'm like, that's great, that's why I make them. Another thing that I do is I make intricate texture work. I'll show some of my work here. This is basically what I do. And never did I expect this for me to know this and to have this skill. This is something that I just needed to get on VRChat, needed to basically learn from people and talk with people. That just kind of got to me eventually, and that's why and how I know this skill. And of course, if you keep doing it, you're going to be better and better at it. I personally never expected for me to do any of the stuff that I do today, but purely because of VRChat and the people that are in it, because it's filled with so many talented people. It just kind of gets to you and then piques your interest, and then you get into it and you just learn a bunch of cool stuff. And I honestly think that's super great and cool. VR overall is a really, really cool thing. And even though it's not new to say like that, it's still something that people should definitely try if they can. If I have to give my thoughts about VRChat, I definitely have to say that it's great and not great at the same time. Like with anything in life, it comes with its own trade-offs. You have pros and cons, but it's definitely an experience, to call it that. And so I would have to say my overall thoughts on VRChat. It's definitely great. All the bad stuff that happened, you just kind of have to take it and transform it into a lesson or like something that you learned from. I know people are quick to judge when it comes to VRChat. If you really can and if you're able to give it a go, give it a shot, because you never know what can it teach you in real life and what paths it's going to take you down on. And like I said, the only way to kind of experience that and to do that, to learn it, is to go ahead and give it a shot. VRChat being a free game, that's kind of funny, and it's kind of like a running inside joke amongst some people, because VRChat is such a influential game that you end up getting a good computer, full body, better VR headsets, that you end up spending so much money considering what's a free game at the end of the day. So it definitely depends on how deep you go with it and how much you stick with it. If I had to give an advice to someone who's specifically just starting to play VRChat, I would have to say take things with a grain of salt. Don't take this game so seriously. Don't let it replace your social life, because at the end of the day, we're social human beings. You need to actually go out into the real world and talk with actual people. I know that sometimes this is hard to do. I mean, from personal experience in real life, social interactions is basically not that great, but that's because of where I come from and my environment. Still, don't let VRChat replace your life and your social life entirely. It's not really great. To the people that have been playing it for years, and maybe to some people that are planning on quitting VRChat, I definitely do understand. I definitely had my moments where I was like, I'm done with this game and I don't have nothing to do with it. But I still kind of look at all the good that I've gotten from it, from all the things that I've learned, people that I met, that you talk to. Definitely pick and choose the people you surround yourself with. That is, another advice I would have to give is don't be part of groups. This may sound strange, but I know groups can be awesome, and some people stick with large amount of groups, and that's really great. But groups consist of tribalism, control, and it's a really hard thing to get out of. And it only takes, 2 people to start a fight, or drama, as people like to call it, and then for it to all just crumble like a deck of cards. Again, just take things with a grain of salt. Try not to be part of groups as much. Don't let it replace your actual social life and your real life. And overall, just don't take it so seriously. VRChat is a game that you go on, you chill, you have fun, you don't play it for too long, and then you just, you're done for the day, and then you just come back to it the next day. Try learning more things. Don't let it just be a game. Try using it to your advantage to make videos, to make models, to texture, to, use VRChat to your advantage, because it is such a crazy and huge game. And again, it's free, So at the end of the day, you have nothing to lose, right? Unless you start falling down the path of buying all the tech behind it. This is such a crazy experience, and it's been wild 7 years. So many things happened and are still happening. Like that one quote says, you're always gonna be a villain in someone's story, which is fair, but unless people personally talk to you and have their own personal image off of you, then others can't really judge you, right? They can't really go off of the other person's opinion. But yeah, that was my little story or documentary on how VR changed my life. It's been crazy 7 years, and I went through a lot of things, and I'm still going through a lot of things. It's been interesting to say the least. I really hope you liked this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have some of your personal stories, or if you would like to be interviewed or something like that. I would love to hear your story and your experience if you're someone who's been around maybe even longer than me. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to check out some of the other content I have created, then click here and click down there if you want to stick to my channel and keep up with all my videos. Let me know if you would like to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around. Peace.